Alright guys, Tom here and welcome to a new video, and today I'm bringing you my WWE Survivor Series 2014 pay-per-view review. And I've got to start off this pay-per-view review asking a simple question. Was that one of the greatest endings to a WWE pay-per-view ever? Quite simply, yes, that was absolutely amazing, and I don't think the WWE could have executed a finish better than what they did. That was absolutely tremendous. So many consequences due to the Sting return at the end. Absolutely phenomenal. I've still got goosebumps. I'm going to be watching that clip over and over and over again. This is the first time we've ever seen Sting step in to a WWE ring. Absolutely amazing. Survivor Series was free, and if you want one way to advertise the WWE Network to fans, it's to bring Sting at the end of your pay-per-view. Wow. Absolutely astonishing. I mean, oh my god. We heard rumours that Sting might be on Survivor Series, but I never thought we'd see him in the main event and cost the Authority their job. I'm so excited. I've just thrown my microphone on the floor, but this was amazing. Oh my god. But you're gonna have to actually wait until the end of my review to hear what I thought about the main event, because as always, like every pay-per-view review, we always start with the first match and work our way through. I'm gonna break down every single match, everything like that. You're going to get my whole thoughts on the show, every match, every superstar, every diva. This is where it happens. This is my review. Enjoy, sit tight, get some snacks out and enjoy this review. On the subject of snacks, I'd actually like to give a shout out to my girlfriend, because she actually bought me loads of snacks to eat to watch Survivor Series. Now at Hell in a Cell, she bought me some sweets and stuff, but she wanted to go one better, and she bought me like friggin' like £10 worth of snacks. It was absolutely ridiculous, and I enjoyed them snacks watching this pay-per-view. So thanks to her, I'm sure she is watching this review. Probably not, but anyway. Okay, so Survivor Series kicked off with Fandango against a mystery partner. So I always end up watching the kickoff show. Every pay-per-view, I'm like, nah, I'll just skip the kickoff. But I always seem to watch the kickoff. It seems to be some kind of addiction or something, or I don't want to miss out on something, but I always end up watching the kickoff show. And we actually got two matches tonight on the kickoff show. Sometimes we don't even get one, but we actually got two. We got Fandango against Justin Gabriel and Swagger against Cesaro, and two pretty good matches. So we got two good wrestling matches, technically for free, which is absolutely awesome. So when Fandango announced he was going to be going up against a mystery partner, I was thinking possibly Bad News Barrett, Randy Orton, Sting. I saw somebody tweet out Sting. I mean, that's a bit far-fetched, but to get Justin Gabriel, the most irrelevant superstar on the roster, as Fandango's mystery opponent. Bit of an anticlimax right there, and a really big disappointment. But at the end of the day, it's only Fandango, and his mystery opponent wasn't going to be somebody extremely good. But just when they brought out Justin Gabriel, I was a tad little bit disappointed, because come on, mystery opponent, it sounds amazing, and then we get Justin Gabriel. But he's a great worker. I'm not trying to undermine him. I'm just saying that a mystery opponent sounds a lot more epic than what we got. But we did get a pretty decent, solid match for a kickoff show. Really good match, actually. I actually really enjoyed this. Now, they've actually reinvented the Fandango character. He now comes out with Rosa Mendez, and he's now dressed up in a more formal dance attire. They've reduced the glitz and glam of the Fandango character. Now, towards the end of the glitz and glam kind of gimmick for Fandango, it didn't really work out. So I'm not really sure why they've gone for this more formal attire. I guess they're trying to stay a statement to the universe, saying, right, we're trying to reinvent Fandango. Maybe the attire doesn't really say a lot about the new character. Maybe they're just trying to send out a statement that they're just reintroducing Fandango and kind of trying to bring him back. Maybe you shouldn't really think too much about the new attire. I quite like it. I thought the glitz and glam was a bit too much and a bit too silly at times. When he danced in the ring, it was a bit too much. Now he's more formal and more of a wrestler rather than an entertainer or a dancer. I quite like it. I'm not going to sit here and think about it too much. Maybe they're just reintroducing the Fandango character so they can use Rosa Mendes more. I'm not quite sure, but I quite liked it. He seems more of a wrestler now than a performer or a dancer. Definitely taking more of the wrestling side of the gimmick, which is absolutely fantastic. Same old from Fandango, a solid worker. Always puts on a pretty good match. There's no complaints there. And Justin Gabriel once again putting on a solid match as usual. Two decent performers putting on a show for the kickoff show, which was free. No complaints. Gets a thumbs up from me. Obviously, Fandango is getting the win. He's being reinvented. He obviously needed a win with his first match one after returning. So the next match was Swagger against Cesaro. For some reason, the WWE booked this match for no reason whatsoever. So really, it was on the kickoff show. Both superstars didn't really need to step out of the first gear. What was the point? The feud doesn't really matter anymore. It's on the kickoff show. It was an irrelevant match. They didn't really need to put on a great match. But to be honest, they did put on a great match. They didn't really need to, but they did. And I was quite shocked at how good the match was. Even though I thought, wow, this is such an irrelevant match. Why is it happening? But it was a solid match. Once again, I'm disappointed in how WWE books Cesaro. I mean, it just seems like we're waiting forever for WWE to push this guy into the world title picture. I mean, every time he just loses, it's so bloody annoying. I mean, I've been sat here for 2 years thinking, when is Cesaro finally going to win his second championship in the WWE? 2 years later, he's losing to Jack Swagger on a kickoff show. Now, this isn't undermining Jack Swagger. I'm just extremely disappointed that we're still sat here waiting for WWE to unleash Cesaro and actually use him to his full potential. But here he's jobbing out to Jack Swagger on the kickoff show. Great match, just really frustrated at the booking of Cesaro recently. And even more frustrated that they booked him to lose on a kickoff show on a pay-per-view against Jack Swagger in an irrelevant match. Cesaro, the younger guy, the guy who really needs a push, and honestly, they really need to unleash this guy as soon as possible, loses to Jack Swagger, who honestly has been there, done everything, and I don't know what else they can do with Swagger. I feel like the win should have gone to the younger, more promising superstar who certainly needed the win more than Jack Swagger. So that was that. The kickoff show was pretty good. I mean, there was no complaints from me for the kickoff show. 2 great matches, a great advert for the WWE Network. I mean, probably they put these 2 matches on because obviously the Survivor Series show was free. So last minute advertisement to the network was to put 2 free matches on the kickoff show. Considering it was being live streamed on YouTube, anybody could watch it. They saw these 2 matches. They were like, wow, I've got to sign up to the network just before the Survivor Series show starts, and I thought it was a good advert. 2 great matches. If I hadn't had the network before the show, I certainly would have bought it after these 2 matches. I thought it was a great way to advertise the pay-per-view. Maybe they gave Jack Swagger the win because he's the babyface and they want to start the show off with a good guy winning, get the crowd vamped up and ready for the show, and maybe convince some more people to buy the network if they're fans of Jack Swagger. Not really going to think about it too much. That's pretty much that. The kickoff show was decent. So the show started off with a great way, and it was a WWE Tag Team Championship match, Fatal 4-Way match. Now, to be honest, they've been starting off a lot of pay-per-views recently for the tag team titles, and I don't have a problem with that. Every single Tag Team Championship match recently has been an amazing way to get the crowd into the show. Every tag team title match, the crowd is one of the loudest out of the whole it's one of the loudest matches out of the whole night. Every single tag team title match, the crowd are on their feet, they're shouting, they're cheering, they're booing, they're always into these tag team title matches. So why not start every pay-per-view like this with a tag team title match? And that's exactly what the thought process of the WWE was here. They knew the crowd would be into this match, and by God, they certainly were into this match. Now, I thought the outsiders for this match were The Miz and Damien Mizdow. I thought, you know what? They're the favourites here, but there's no chance they're winning. When Miz and Damien Sandow first debuted, I thought, this gimmick isn't going to last more than a week. A few months later down the line, they're the tag team champions. Yes, Miz and Damien Mizdow won the tag team titles. I thought it would have been a great way to give the belts to Miz and Damien Mizdow, but I didn't really think that was what WWE were thinking when they booked this match. But I was actually shocked when Miz and Damien Mizdow did win this match, and I'm quite happy that they did. They're obviously the most over tag team tag team in the division right now. They're super hot. WWE's got a gimmick that's working. People really like it. And obviously, they were a lot more liked than any of the other tag teams in this match. Honestly, if I'm going to say it, Damien Mizdow was more over than every other tag team in this match combined. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous how over this guy is compared to every other person in the tag team division. It's absolutely bonkers. I have no idea how he's done it, but he's done it, and it's amazing. And the crowd were chanting Damien Mizdow even during the tag team, the Divas traditional Survivor Series match. They were going, we want Mizdow. I mean, this guy is frigging over as hell. Oh my god, he was super over compared to any other tag team in this match. I mean, it was absolutely ridiculous. And I feel like the WWE just cashed in on the most over tag team at this current point. I mean, it probably was the right decision. I mean, people wanted to see them win, and they absolutely did. Now, they're supposed to be heels, but they get cheered, so there's a bit of confusion going on right there. The crowd boo The Miz, but they cheer Damien Mizdow. I'm not sure if the WWE want that to happen. I mean, it's kind of awkward. What do you cheer them, or do you boo them? Do you like them as the tag team champions? Do you dislike them? I mean, it's a bit confusing. I'm not really sure how it's going to work out, but they're the most over tag team. There was nobody else that should have won this match, actually thinking about it. I thought Golden Stardust were going to win. I feel like their tag team run was short going into this match, and they haven't released their full potential yet as being the tag team champions. But thinking on a grander scale, the WWE has simply gone with the most popular team, and it was a great moment. I mean, this was a pay-per-view moment to see Damien Mizdow pin and become a tag team champion. I mean, that was a great pay-per-view moment, and that's one of the moments the WWE want to show to people watching this free Survivor Series show. Super hot match. The crowd loved it. I loved it. It was easily one of the greatest matches on the pay-per-view. I really liked it. I mean, you're bound to like one of these tag teams in this match. So obviously a lot of people enjoyed this match as well as me. There's a few great spots during this match. I think the highlight of the match was when they did like a triple suplex off the top rope. I've never seen that before, and that looked absolutely amazing. And that was when the climax of the match really came. The crowd absolutely popped when Mizdow won. It was a great pay-per-view feel. Oh my god, that was awesome. New tag team champions. What a great way to start the show. Wow, I love this start to the show. I absolutely loved it. Wow, thumbs up from me. I'm sure you're giving it a thumbs up as well at home. Wow, congratulations. That was WWE. Wow, you did a great job there. I honestly do. Everything you did there, you got absolutely spot on. The crowd loved it, and that was a great way to start off the show. One little complaint which I did say in my last pay-per-view review was that I don't like how Damien Mizdow takes away from the match. I mean, once he's outside the ring and he's copying what Miz is doing, it really takes away from the match, and he's quite a big distraction when you're watching the match. But at the end of the day, he's funny, people like him, but it's just a big gripe from me that he does take away from the wrestling at times, and he's a big distraction whilst he's at ringside. But simply, they are the most popular tag team, and there's no reason why they shouldn't have won the tag team titles here. So we're going to give that a thumbs up and move on to the most irrelevant match on the pay-per-view. Natalya, Alicia Fox, Naomi, and Emma defeating Paige, Summer Rae, Layla, and Cameron in a Divas traditional Survivor Series elimination tag team match. Wow, what a mouthful, and what a waste of time. They gave these Divas 15 minutes, and they gave the Divas Championship match about 18 seconds. I mean, this was absolutely wrong on so many levels. First things first, why was Alicia Fox in the babyface team? Why was she teaming up with Natalya, Naomi, and Emma when she's supposed to be one of like the most heelish characters in the whole Divas division? Why was this match even happening? Why do Paige and Natalya not like each other? Where the hell did these teams come from? What the hell was this doing on a pay-per-view? Is this going to make you want to renew your subscription for the network? Certainly not. It droned on for way too long. I mean, this went on for a quarter of an hour. And nothing came out of it. Nothing came out of it. I thought Paige should have won this match. Oh my god. They clean swept Paige's team. I thought the most obvious prediction on this pay-per-view was for Paige to win this match. And her whole team got pinned. They got clean swept. I mean, What a way to bury Paige. I mean, she not only loses, her whole team gets pinned. This was absolutely ridiculous. It didn't even make sense. I mean, Paige has never bounced back from losing to AJ Lee and losing that Divas Championship. So, what do? They book her to lose, her whole team to lose at this pay-per-view. It doesn't make sense. What were they thinking? What did this do? I mean, I understand if they wanted Paige to lose, but why do they make her whole team get clean swept? What is the thinking there? What were they trying to achieve? It's absolutely retarded. I didn't understand that. I did not understand that. I thought Paige should have won. Never mind getting clean freaking swept. This is just stupid. The match was boring. There was like loads of mistakes. There was so many botches during this match. It was horrible. I'm not going to spend too long on this match because honestly, you can tell from my voice it frustrates me. It's a really irrelevant match and we're just going to skip over it. So at this point, we had a great opening tag team championship match and a really disappointing Divas match which didn't make any sense. I have no idea what the hell WWE was thinking. All in all, 2 matches. One was good. One was awful. So at this point, I was thinking, okay, it's going okay. And then we moved on to one of the greatest matches of the pay-per-view, Bray Wyatt versus Dean Ambrose. Now, I wasn't totally invested in Bray Wyatt against Dean Ambrose's feud. The feud felt a bit forced. The build was a bit generic. It really wasn't anything too spectacular. If you compare Bray Wyatt's or Dean Ambrose's recent feuds, they've been a lot better than Bray Wyatt against Dean Ambrose. So Bray Wyatt's feud against Cena, his one against Jericho was pretty good. Dean Ambrose's feud with Rollins was pretty awesome. But this feud feels a bit forced. It feels a bit it just doesn't feel great. But the match was good. The match was really good. The match was awesome, except the finish. Now, I really enjoyed this match, and the crowd really enjoyed this match as well. Awesome moves. I mean, you've got 2 of the greatest workers working a match in the same ring at the same time against each other. It was a win-win. It was always going to be a great match. There was no question about it. And Bray Wyatt once again has one of the greatest matches of the year. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say it was friggin' amazing, but it was a good match. Except the finish. Now, I hate it when a pay-per-view match doesn't end with a clean win. And we all wanted to see a clean finish between Bray Wyatt against Dean Ambrose. But I know why they didn't do it. Now, they want to drag this feud on for, well, probably until the end of the year. At least up until TLC. And that match has actually now been announced. It was announced during the show that we were going to get Dean Ambrose against Bray Wyatt at TLC. And this ending was great. Bray Wyatt chucking a chair to Dean Ambrose. He couldn't control his rage and then hits Bray Wyatt around the head with the chair and then puts him through a table, then puts another table on him, puts chairs on him and then stands on a ladder to end the match. So Dean Ambrose loses, but it was a really great storytelling. I mean, he couldn't control his rage, he couldn't control himself from hitting Bray Wyatt with a chair, then buries him with tables, ladders and chairs, foreshadowing the TLC match that they're going to have at the next pay-per-view. They're going to use this for some promos to build up and hype the match, and I thought that was absolutely awesome. And I cannot wait for TLC. I wanted to see a clean finish, but I know why they did it. They want to make it an even more of a spectacle at TLC. I mean, this was a great match, but you can make it even more of a greater spectacle and add some more anticipation. And we're going to wait to see the full conclusion of this feud. They weren't just going to give it away at this pay-per-view. They want to make you wait until TLC to see who is the right winner of this match. But what we saw was good. I'm even more excited for the TLC match because I think it'll be even better when you add weapons into that stipulation. But what we saw was good, and I'm even more excited to see that TLC match. I am disappointed we didn't get a clean finish, but like I said earlier, I do understand why they've done it. It's quite clever, it's frustrating as a wrestling fan, but also at the same time, I think in the end, it'll all come out good. So that match actually gets a thumbs up from me, of course. So we moved on to Adam Rose and the Bunny against Slater Gator. Now, this match was made due to a backstage segment which nobody cares about. Nobody cares about this match either. I thought that Adam Rose was actually going to turn on the Bunny. I think they probably booked this match to make you think that was going to happen. And then when it didn't actually happen, well, you were surprised. You all thought the Bunny and Adam Rose was actually going to turn heel on the Bunny, but that didn't happen. They sometimes do that, and it'll probably happen on Raw or SmackDown now. They make you think something's going to happen and then wait it out a little bit longer, just adding to that anticipation there. I think that's pretty much why they booked this match. And so the Adam Rose and the Bunny won this match. I have no idea what happened. I can't remember. Nobody cares. I mean, you probably wouldn't even see this match on a SmackDown nowadays. This shouldn't have been happening on a pay-per-view. I mean, they're trying to advertise the pay-per-view to potential customers, yet they're giving away a match of Adam Rose and the Bunny against Slater Gator. I have no idea. But one thing I wanted to comment on, you know something's wrong when JBL, Michael Cole, and Jerry the King Lawler are more excited about an Adam Rose and the Bunny match than the main event of the show. I mean, oh my god, they were more hyped about what was happening in the ring during this match than the main event. I mean, oh my god, it's so freaking cringy, embarrassing. I mean, it's hideous. I mean, it really is hideous. They have more jokes for this match, and they're more entertaining during this match than they are during any other match on this show. It's absolutely ridiculous. But we've got to sit through it, and oh my god, it's ridiculous. I mean, I was wanting them to get fired. I mean, fucking hell, this was really stupid. So we're going to skip over that because it was absolutely irrelevant. So we've had 2 good matches and 2 awful matches. At this point, I'm probably thinking around maybe a 5 or a 6 out of 10. It's alright. Now, the next match was the Divas Championship. Nikki Bella against AJ Lee. And I predicted that Nikki Bella was going to win this match, and I actually got it right. Now, this was absolutely great storytelling, but once again, a little bit of a disappointment on the execution. I thought Nikki Bella, she's improved a hell of a lot recently, was going to have a great match against AJ Lee. Ugh. Think they could have put on maybe a 10 to 15 minute good match, but sadly they gave the 15 minutes to the Irrelevant Divas tag match and gave this match about 18 seconds. I mean, I understand they wanted to tell a specific story here, but they still could have told that specific story if they gave it 15 minutes. But they decided to give more of the time to the Irrelevant match, the Irrelevant Divas match, than this really relevant Divas match, which actually saw a title change. I mean, that just doesn't make sense. But the storytelling here was, Nikki obviously got Brie to kiss AJ. Another embarrassing thing which happened was everybody was marking out on Twitter that AJ kissed Brie. I mean, are you lot a bunch of virgins? Cringy. What the fuck? You're getting horny over the fact somebody kissed somebody else on TV. You can find something better on the internet in 5 seconds. I mean, come on, you sound like you the people that bring a bad name to wrestling. I mean, come on, you're getting super bonery excited about the fact AJ kissed Brie. I don't know. Anyway, so Brie kissed AJ. That was what Nikki got her to do, presumably, and then Nikki got her in the is it the Bella rack or the torture rack or whatever? And then pinned her 1, 2, 3. I mean, that was that. And that was really good storytelling because Brie didn't want to do it, but she had to do it. She had to kiss AJ because Nikki told her or she'd get fired. She did it. And then Nikki pinned AJ Lee to win the Divas title. I mean, this is exactly what the Divas division needed. I mean, I understand they could have had a 15-minute match, but doing it in 18 seconds is maybe more of a statement and better storytelling, obviously, because she got Brie to do it, and that's pretty much that. We didn't get to see the match. It was a lot better because Nikki would have got a lot of heel heat from this. If they had a 15-minute match, she might not have got as much heel heat from doing this. I thought this was the best decision to do. The Divas division has been boring for a majority of the year. I think AJ's been in the title picture for almost 2 years now, and she's had the Divas division for almost 2 years now. which is really boring in a division that's boring anyway. So if you have the same champion for almost 2 years, it's even more extremely boring. So yeah, this was the right decision. Finally, somebody else is the Divas champion. And this is absolutely tremendous. This is what the Divas division needs. I mean, it's rumoured AJ Lee's going after this. So yeah, I mean, you go from an amazing competitor to dropping the title and probably walking out on the company now. I mean, it's absolutely tremendous how things can change in such a short amount of time. Yeah, that's the rumour. AJ Lee is leaving the company, which I think that's absolutely, that's mind-blowing. They're going to lose one of the biggest movers of merch and one of the biggest talents they have in the company, just like that. But Nikki Bella being the Divas champion, I mean, wow, that's going to change a hell of a lot now. Oof. I mean, that's good. What the hell's going to happen there? Are we going to get a brief feud against Nikki Bella? Who's going to step up and take the Divas Championship? I mean, this opens all doors in the Divas division. I mean, you've also got the face of Total Divas as the Divas Champion. I mean, a lot of things change now Nikki Bella's champion. I mean, the Divas division finally gets a bit of freedom. The WWE can do what they want now. AJ Lee's not the champion anymore. They can do what they want. They can have a little bit of fun here. What do they want to do with the Divas Championship now that AJ Lee doesn't have it? This is something new we haven't seen from a while, and I think they can close 2014, making the Divas division quite relevant once again. I think they can do a lot with it. AJ Lee, she's been the champion for way too long. We really wanted to see something new. She's not a bad competitor, obviously. She has one of the best Divas matches in the company. It's just a bit lame and boring seeing the same person walking around with that belt all the time. And that's coming from one of the biggest AJ Lee fans in the world. Yeah, I think this was absolutely the best decision. I mean, people complain that Nikki Bella's not a great competitor. She is a great competitor. She's improved a hell of a lot. She's got a lot of heel heat behind her. Her story with Brie Bella was entertaining. Great storytelling to end this match. It ended in a really short amount of time. A great statement to make. The Divas division might possibly become great now. I'm not sure. They could either fuck it up or it could be great. I just want to see something new and fresh in that Divas division. And it could possibly all happen now. Nikki Bella's the new champion. Wow, I would have liked to see a long match between AJ and Brie and Nikki Bella, but I understand why they did it. It gets a thumbs up from me, to be honest. Team Cena defeats The Authority. The Authority have now been dethroned. I mean, wow, that was absolutely amazing. So, The Authority and John Cena actually started the pay-per-view. Yes, Vince McMahon walked out to start the pay-per-view. I mean, that's a great way. One, to advertise the WWE Network. I mean, you've got the guy that owns the company starting off the pay-per-view to a great pop, a great moment. But also, I was a bit confused. I mean, they started a good 20 minutes of the show building up the match between The Authority against John Cena. If you haven't been watching Raw, which I haven't watched a full Monday Night Raw in about, I don't know, maybe like a month or something. I still know that a majority of the Raws for the last 4 weeks have been all about Team Authority and John Cena. So why they were still building this match on the pay-per-view absolutely confuses me. I mean, I have no idea why they spent a good 20 minutes at the start of the show still building up this match. I mean, they've had 4 weeks to do it. They've successfully done it, where they still felt the need to still build it at the start of the show, which absolutely confused me. It felt like the start of a Monday Night Raw. It was really confusing why they decided to book it like that, but they did. I didn't feel like it needed building anymore. I thought the build towards this match was great anyway. I wasn't a huge fan of how it took them ages to decide who was going to be on each team, and it took them ages to decide the stipulation for this match. At one point, it was just Team Cena versus Team Authority, then Team Authority's job was on the line, then the whole of Team Cena's job was on the line, and then only John Cena's job wasn't on the line, and then Stephanie McMahon and Triple H's, they were only going to have it off his job if they got fired, and they weren't going to ever make any decisions ever again. So I was really confused why it took them so long to decide on a stipulation for this match. It was a bit of a clusterfuck towards the end of the build towards this match. And I don't understand why. I don't understand why it took them so long to decide on everything in this match. But it did. And it was well worth it. I feel like they'd put a lot of effort into building this match. I mean, a lot of this last month of the WWE has been all about Team Cena versus Team Authority. And it paid off, because this was one hell of a good match. I mean, from start to finish, it was fucking awesome. And wow, the match got off to a hell of a start. Mark Henry was getting pep talked by Triple H. He turned around and then got KO punched by Big Show. 1, 2, 3. Wow, that was great storytelling. So to KO punch Mark Henry, the guy that had actually turned on Big Show a month ago. And then that was like 5-4 to Team Cena straight away. I mean, that was an explosive way to start the match. The crowd absolutely popped for it. Oh my god, that was absolutely awesome. I loved that start. And then from then on, it really did get exciting. I was slightly disappointed that actually Ryback got eliminated quite early on in the match. Now, actually looking back at the end of the match, I think probably Ryback would have benefited from being the last guy in this match. I feel like Dolph Ziggler is already extremely over, and he didn't really need to end this match. I understand that, yeah, well, we all know Dolph Ziggler ended the match and won it for his team, but the fact that Ryback has just come back, Ryback, he turned heel for like half the Monday Night Raw, which just confused me. I mean, that really dampened what the crowd felt towards him. I think he hasn't been as over ever since he turned heel on that night in Liverpool a couple of weeks ago. And then he turned babyface in the same night. John Cena wasn't quite sure if he could trust Ryback. So I feel like Ryback should have been the one that ended this match. I think that really would have cemented him as being a really over babyface. And they could have made him, what, the second most over babyface in the company if he'd ended this match instead of Dolph Ziggler? If you kind of understand me, you feel like Dolph Ziggler should have ended this match? Do you not feel like Ryback would have benefited more from winning the match for his team? Or did they feel like since Dolph Ziggler lost his championship on Monday Night Raw, they felt like he needed to bounce back and that was obviously the best way to do it? But Ryback got eliminated really early in this match and I was really, really confused why. I mean, they decided to keep Big Show until the end. They obviously kept Cena until the end. They kept Ziggler right up until the end. But they eliminated Ryback quite early. And I mean, I thought the reports coming out when Ryback actually returned a month ago, that they were going to try and make this guy what he was in 2012. But they eliminated him really early on. He was the first elimination for Team Cena, which was quite confusing. I didn't understand why they decided to do that. But yes, this match was absolutely incredible. It was really, really good. They put a lot of effort into it and they executed absolutely excellently. And probably had the best ending to a match I have ever seen. And I've been watching WWE for about 12 years now. Oh my god, it was fucking awesome. This was absolutely amazing. I mean, the crowd were chanting Randy Orton, Randy Orton, Randy Orton. I was almost convinced Randy Orton was coming back. That was the obvious ending towards this match. But then, oh my god. Big Show KO punched John Cena. Oh my god. This was so dumb. Why did they do this? This doesn't make sense. I mean, Big Show should be retiring at this point in his career. He's not got anything else to do. Why is he still part of the company? I mean, what else can he bring to the table in terms of entertainment? I mean, this is the guy that was literally in the main event against Randy Orton, Survivor Series 2013, against the Authority. A year later, he tries and helps the Authority win by KO punching John Cena. What? Does it make sense? He was crying to Triple H this time last year. He hates the Authority. This just doesn't make sense. There's some things that the WWE do that just don't make sense. And this is right up there. I mean, what did they achieve from this? I mean, I guess it would have been an achievement if Big Show had actually won the match for Team Authority, but he didn't. They didn't actually win in the end. What did they achieve from turning Big Show heel here? Are we going to have another heel run for Big Show? I mean, it must be like the 100th time he's turned from either babyface or heel. I mean, what? Come on! He's retarded. He's only just turned babyface only recently. This is just so dumb. Fucking hell. So stupid. I mean, I thought they'd done amazingly well to KO punch Mark Henry at the start of this match. That was great. Then for Big Show to freaking KO punch John Cena randomly just like that with no warning or anything like that. Just like, bam. Stupid. And then for him to shake Triple H's hand. I mean, that was just way too far-fetched. Does anybody even believe this shit anymore? Oh my god, what the hell were they thinking? It didn't even achieve anything. What are they going to do now? Are they going to put Cena against Big Show again? What's Big Show going to do? I don't know. Fucking no. Stupid. Fuck. Oh my god, what? I don't even know. Anyway, don't let that put a damper on the end of this match. Because it came down to Ziggler against 3 other guys. Kane, Seth Rollins, and then I think it was Luke Harper to end the match. And this was really where it got going. I mean, Ziggler eliminated Kane. Then he eliminated Luke Harper. And then, here it came. He nearly beat Seth Rollins. Then Triple H gets in the ring. And then, oh my god. Fucking Sting's music starts playing. And fucking Sting comes in to the WWE. This is Sting's debut in the WWE. That's right, he's never been in a WWE ring. Get that right. Oh my fucking god. This is literally the greatest end to a pay-per-view ever. Ever. I was almost certain I was going to put my life on Randy Orton returning and helping Team Cena win. No fucking way did I think Sting was going to return in the main event and help Team Cena win and dethrone the Authority. I mean, he would have been over anyway, but after this, oh my fucking god, Jesus Christ, this was absolutely magical. This was brilliant. I mean, oh my fucking, this is why I love wrestling. This was freaking amazing. This was like you were just witnessing a legend, an absolutely fucking awesome story unfold. I mean, oh my god, this was amazing. This was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. Not just in the WWE, ever. It was fucking amazing. I was marking out. This is freaking amazing. He walks down, stares at Triple H for a good 2 minutes, and then gives him the stinger. Oh my god. And then rolls Ziggler over Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins was rolled over Ziggler. Then he rolls Ziggler over Seth Rollins. That was funny. And then, oh my god, then they pin Ziggler. The Authority lose power and Sting walks off. And this is foreshadowing a match at WrestleMania 31 against Triple H. I mean, oh my god, I can't wait for that match. The Authority loses power. Ziggler wins the match for Team Cena. He's fucking over as fuck. Sting's now in the WWE. We don't know what the hell Randy Orton's going to do. He's going to pop out of nowhere anytime soon. What the hell's going to happen to Rollins? They said that he was going to lose that briefcase and all the champions are going to lose their titles. Oh, I cannot wait for Monday Night Raw. This was fucking awesome. I mean, I had goosebumps watching the end of this match. I mean, this was so freaking good. I've got to watch this match again because the whole way through this match, I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, is it going to end here? I mean, my heart was pumping. They did so well to build this match and build the hype towards this match. An emotion, they did so well to make me emotionally invested in this match. I mean, I don't know how they managed to do it. There's very few matches in the WWE that make me emotional. And I was so into this match. It was something that I never felt before. And it was so good. I mean, if you don't have the network after this, you are a fool. You are a fool. I mean, oh my god. This was amazing. I mean, I cannot wait for Monday Night Raw tomorrow. This was fucking amazing. I mean, oh my god. So good. So good. Wow. And then it ends with Stephanie McMahon and Triple H crying, with the crowd going na 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 na, hey, goodbye. And then this guy had a sign with the lyrics to that song, but with the goodbye, he had a picture of Rollins' face, Triple H's face, and I think it was Kane's face. That was like the sign of the year. Oh my god, this is awesome. So, we had a great match for the tag team titles. Bray Wyatt versus Dean Ambrose was good. And then Team Cena versus Team Authority was one of the greatest emotional matches I've ever seen. One of the greatest endings to a match we will ever see. Sting coming out as a debut in the WWE. Team Authority losing power. I mean, I think it was about time. I think if you had one guy to end the reign of the Authority, it would have been John Cena. A lot of people were disappointed it wasn't Daniel Bryan to do it. But the next guy would have been Team Cena or John Cena, because he's the #1 guy. It only fitting the top babyface of the company for the last 12 years ends the Authority's reign. It just makes sense. It's logical. I don't think they could have done a lot more for the Authority. I mean, when I saw Triple H attacking Ziggler, I was like, oh, they're going to do the same thing where they cheat their way to victory. I mean, we're really sick of it. We've seen it all before. I think we were sick of it at Elimination Chamber when Kane stopped Bryan from winning the world title against Randy Orton. I mean, we were sick of it then. So I feel like this is the right time to end the Authority's reign. I'm not sure what else they could do after this. I mean, we've seen it all. They've done it all. Yes, it was good. It was entertaining while it lasted. But a year on, to see the same gimmick hardly evolve at all, I think it was about the right time to end the Authority. I mean, there's not much more they could have done. And John Cena was only logical to win this match. There was no way they were going to fire all these baby faces, considering they've got Roman Reigns out, Dean Ambrose out, and also CM Punk walking out of the company only a few, 10 months ago? Not long. There was no way they were going to fire all these baby faces. It was quite a predictable match, but still I found myself really emotional towards the match and really into the match. And I fucking love this match. One of the greatest matches I've been a part of and had the pleasure of watching live on the WWE Network for $9.99. Oh my god, this was great. Wow. WWE, round of applause. This was good. Everything about it was good except Big Show. Everything about it. Absolutely everything about it. Wow. Awesome. Whoa. Thought Randy Orton was returning, but they weren't one better. They weren't 100 times better when we got Sting. Sting. Oh my god, this is amazing. Even Michael Cole's commentary was pretty good. He was like, oh my god, it's Sting. I mean, even the commentary was pretty good. I mean, wow. This really turns everything upside down. What the fuck is going to happen on Monday Night Raw? Are they going to get Sting as the new Raw GM? What's going to happen to all the titles? Are they going to put all the titles on the line? Is Vince McMahon going to put all the championships on the line tomorrow night on Raw? Are they going to put them all up for grabs? What the hell's going to happen? Who's in charge? Oh my god, this is amazing. What's going to happen to all the heels? All of Team Authority? Wow, I cannot fucking wait. Oh my god. One way to make a WWE audience gripped into wanting to watch Monday Night Raw is this ending right here. Absolutely genius. We're coming to the end of this free network month. And if you want to make people gripped and engrossed in the product and addicted, this is it. This is one of the greatest things I've seen in a good year or two. Though it makes me want to watch WWE. I haven't watched a Monday Night Raw in full for about, maybe a month or a couple of months maybe. I'm definitely watching Monday Night Raw tomorrow night. If you don't watch Monday Night Raw tomorrow night after this, you're mad. This is amazing. Anyway, wow. One thing I want to stress though, even though the main event was freaking amazing and we saw Sting, I want to stress, this wasn't an amazing pay-per-view. Not by far. Not by far. The Tag Team Championship match was great. The Divas the Divas traditional Survivor Series match was extremely poor. Bray Wyatt against Dean Ambrose was good. Disappointing ending. We're going to have to wait until TLC to really see what they want to do with Dean Ambrose against Bray Wyatt. So, thinking about it, they could have done more here. In the grand scheme of things, it's clever, but they could have done more here. Adam Rose and the Bunny against Slater Gator. This isn't even worthy of WWE Super Slam. Superstars, is that what they do on Saturdays? I don't even know. Nikki Bella against AJ Lee. It sent a statement, but their actual wrestling, there was no wrestling. And then Team Cena against Authority, one of the greatest matches of the year. So actually looking at that, you maybe have 3 passable matches. I mean, obviously with Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt and Team Cena against Authority being the great matches. Apart from that, good tag team titles match. Apart from that, you've got maybe 1, 2, 3 of the matches really disappointing. So maybe half of the match is good, half the match is disappointing. I don't want to make my rating be swayed by the fact Sting returned. I don't want to make it way too biased. I don't want to give it like an 8 just because Sting returned, because I don't feel like that's an overview of the whole show. And I think WWE put all their cards on the main event when they should have been building more of the mid-card matches. Some of the booking for the mid-card matches was really poor as well. I mean, what were they thinking with Paige? Bray Wyatt against Dean Ambrose. I wanted to see a clean ending towards that match. Nikki Bella against AJ Lee. Should have had a full match there. They put too many of their cards on the main event, and they executed it even better than I thought they would. But a one-match pay-per-view sometimes doesn't always work. I mean, you had some other strong matches, but that's the only match you're going to remember at the end of the day. And the other matches were quite poor. I'm not going to sit here and give it an 8 out of 10 just because Sting returned. Because a majority of the match, half of the match wasn't good at all. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Without Sting returning, it would easily have been a 5 or a 6. Pushing it, because it's a 3 or 4 hour show. Sting was only there for 5 minutes. So that's my review, guys. 7 out of 10 for WWE Survivor Series 2014. I hopefully you have in fact enjoyed that video. As always, please take care, spike your hair. Sting, you are a fucking legend.